What up YouTube, Case Primary back at you with another video, and a happy Halloween to all of you. Today I'm going to be doing the last few episodes of HorrorFest, so that way I can get them all up before the night tonight, because I'm not going to have much time tonight to be recording videos, because I got a whole bunch of kids coming to my neighborhood for trick-or-treating, and I need to be in costume by sundown. But, it's time to film these last few reviews for HorrorFest. The Blueberry video is processing as we speak. I tried uploading it last night, but I had ran into a little snag. So hopefully it should be uploaded soon. But let's get on with it. Before I do the last 3 Saw films in my collection, I figure I'd review something a little independent, so to speak. This is not part of a standard franchise like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Saw, Chucky, Paranormal Activity, stuff like that. This is an independent film, like not something you get a sequel off of, or like a killer that would attack anyone. But it is one of my favorites and really deserves an honorable mention. That's why I've saved it for the end. And I wasn't really happy with my first take on this review. And this movie is Sleepy Hollow. That's right. Based on the 1939 novel by Washington Irving, Sleepy Hollow is not only one of my favorite horror movies, but also one of my favorite books. I've always enjoyed reading that story and watching this movie. It is always a classic. The story, for those of you guys who don't know, takes place in a small city in the suburbs of New York called Sleepy Hollow, which is just a simple town, except they've got one little thing running around, and that is the Headless Horseman, which is this legend about a guy who was in their army who was known for beheading his victims with a single swipe of his blade. But he accidentally beheaded one of his own generals, so he was tried for treason and sentenced to death by being killed with his own sword. And even though he was beheaded, his soul still exists. And every year, one night a year, he rides to find the heads of those who were involved with his death, or even those distant relatives of the ones involved. This was a classic. Made in 1999, my first guess. Starred Johnny Depp as Constable Ichabod Crane, Christina Ricci as Katrina Van Tassel, and Ray Park, who many of us know as Darth Maul and Snake Eyes, played the role of the Headless Horseman. So here's the case. It says right there, a Tim Burton film, Sleepy Hollow. Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, and there you have Ichabod Crane and Christina. This was one of Johnny Depp's more serious films. I mean, I know a lot of us know him for, like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean, Edward Scissorhands. But this, Sweeney Todd, and The Tourist were a couple of his more, I guess, serious roles, where we see, like, a more determined side of his personality with acting. And also there on the bottom you have The Headless Horseman. A Marvel, bold, exciting, and full of visions by Jeff Gills of Newsweek. On the side there it says Sleepy Hollow, and you got a picture there from the cover. On the back you got a couple of stills from the film. You got Christina, you got Ichabod meeting her at the party, you got him shooting a gun, and you got Christopher Walken playing the Headless Horseman before he lost his head. And who else but, because something stinks like stale French fries. Yeah, I suck at doing Christopher Walken impressions. Of all the ones I can do, I can't do him. A little read up on the back, which says, Master storyteller Tim Burton of Corpse Bride and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory weaves an eerie, enhancing version of this classic tale of horror. Johnny Depp is Ichabod Crane, an eccentric investigator determined to stop the murderous Headless Horseman. Christina Ricci is Katrina Van Tassel, the beautiful and mysterious girl with secret ties to the supernatural terror. Special features include commentary by director Jim Burton, Sleepy Hollow by the Legend featurette, selected cast biographies, exclusive cast and crew interviews, a photo gallery, and 2 theatrical trailers. Made for us by the good folks over at Paramount and Mandalay Pictures. Open it up. No insert, and just like every other disc, it's just a blank gray with the logo. As I said before, a great film. Definitely one of Tim Burton's darker movies. I mean, we know he's known for a lot of them. I mean, Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, that's a classic combination. And especially with Danny Elfman doing the score. Wait, is Danny Elfman do the score in this movie? Does it specify on here? No, it's... Usually they mention the person who does the score on here. Yep, Danny Elfman, right there. He did the music. I'm certain of that. If you got those 3 people in a single movie, you know it's going to be good. Especially if you're doing an R-rated horror film. This actually had some pretty good moments, especially the part where Ichabod is going to the tree where the Headless Horseman emerges and is digging through all the the severed heads that cover up the hole that he sprouts out of. That was probably one of my favorite parts. This is a really good movie, and if you can find it, I'd say get it. I can't go 1 year without watching this. In fact, I've already watched this twice this year. And I bought this for like $5 at my local FYE 4 years ago, which was a steal. So if you like Sleepy Hollow, or you like classic killers, like Sweeney Todd, Jack the Ripper, The Headless Horseman, I say get it. Because this is the best thing the best movie version of the story that you can get for your money's worth. I mean, the series on Fox is okay, and the Disney version was good, but this is, in the long run, the best. Trust me, I'm a professional. So I guess that's about it. Later, guys, I'm out of here.